Hey everyone, my name is Atanas Bakalov and I'm with WeVideo. We are a video creation platform in the cloud. At its core, it's a digital storytelling solution, and it works across the board on any device that you can imagine. And especially for the ones of you who have Chromebooks out there, I mean, WeVideo is pretty much the most solid, most robust solution. It's collaborative. It allows you to hit those 21st century skills. It is privacy protected as well for the administrators among you. So it really provides you a great way to bring 21st century skills to your classrooms.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So one of the things that you said that is the immediate bell ringer trigger, Chromebooks, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't hear a lot about video, production, video content, video editing, that type of thing on Chromebooks much. So talk about that particular aspect of what you guys are doing.
WeVideo is completely in the cloud, and our core solution is on WeVideocom. So it's completely web-based and it's accessible on a Chrome browser. We also have what we call an ecosystem of apps. So we have a full-fledged iPad solution, an iOS and Android solution, and all of those solutions are integrated into a kind of a platform that is managed by administrators, that is, again, a walled garden environment, but the main solution is on the web. So Chromebooks are sort of the ideal fit for WeVideo, and anyone who's looking to do anything creative with video on Chromebooks, basically WeVideo, I think, is the only game in town.
Yeah, so I was using WeVideo when you guys first started. I started using because it's like that. It's like I don't need anything else. Boom, I can get this done. So let's talk about that. Why is it perfect for educators? Because of that right there. So give us your take on what's happened with the education usage as you've seen it since your inception.
So one of the elements you already pointed to, it's the fact that it's very accessible, and we see it used even in first, second, third grade classrooms. The reason for that is that it's adaptive, and it gives an opportunity for differentiation. We have an entry-level storyboard mode, which is a one-track kind of very basic video editing solution, and you can drag and drop photos, videos onto that. You can add themes, you can add music, you can do voice recording very simply, and then you can create a full-fledged story. From there, if you want to expand on that functionality, you can transition to timeline mode, which is our more robust editing mode. Mm-hmm. There you can do screencasting, you can do green screen, you can do slow and fast motion, you can do multi-track editing and even picture-in-picture. So it goes very close to that professional tool like Adobe Premiere, for example.
Right.
And we like to think of WeVideo as a tool that really kind of takes the student from ground zero and allows them to turn into a creative content creator. Yeah. And if they want to graduate to Adobe Premiere later, we're all for that. We feel like we've completed our goal.
But thinking about your pricing model.
Yep.
Looking at the classroom, people go, wait, 1 hour a month per user and 5 gigs. Well, what people learn pretty quickly about education and about video is that's a lot of time.
Yep.
Yeah. 45-second videos in education are what we're looking at. And so, boom, that's a lot for one user per month.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot of storage.
And the tricky part, which a lot of people don't realize, is that you get that aggregated. So you get at a minimum 50 hours of video export time per month for a single classroom. So even if one kid, does a feature film every month, we're not going to cap them at that.
Right.
I've never seen anyone, maximizing that time. They go, they may use some, but ultimately the fact that it refreshes every month gives you virtually an unlimited canvas for creativity.
So, and I'm not from Jeff has used it. I'm not familiar with it. So I'm curious. It's more of a techie kind of thing, I guess, but I'm curious, what's the bandwidth you're talking about in order to be able to edit the video? I use Premiere a lot. Mm-hmm. Now, I like to say I grew up using it. So I mean, the very first video editing program I ever used, I'd gone to a Premiere training, so I started with the big boy, right?
Yep.
So I'm thinking of the resources that are involved with editing video using a program like that. So what's the bandwidth and other resources that are required for WeVideo to be able to offer video editing in the cloud?
So I can give you a technical answer and a not so technical answer.
Right. So the tech in me wants the tech answer, and then we get the non-technical for the other people that went, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So the technical answer is about 100 megabits per second, which is a standard kind of broadband connection.
Yeah.
It is, and the non-tech answer is the fact that WeVideo has been evolving since you mentioned the early days of the tool. We've transitioned fully to HTML5, which is a lighter, kind of less resource-intensive solution. Most recently, like actually 2 weeks ago, we rolled out a feature where you can start editing right away with content that's on your device as it's uploading to the cloud. So you don't need to wait at all.
Wow.
And because we work with proxy files, like we smaller version of the original, then it's much lighter on your bandwidth and much easier to use. So, we recently we haven't seen any complaints.
Yeah, that was for the, there's a new track here at FETC.
Yep.
It's for the ITs. So that's for the IT guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
They like to hear that stuff too. Like, what are you going to do to my network? Well, nothing really.
Yep.
You're not going to even notice it's there. Yeah, that's the interesting
I love that. Kind of I was going to say the initial push is going to, suck up a bunch of bandwidth until it's up there, and then you can start editing. But really, with this, that's all happening in the background. So really, you're editing instantly.
Yep.
Really not even noticing what's happening in the background. That's very cool.
And the browser's handling those run of the load. So
That's amazing. Think about that. I'm absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm stuttering. I'm in a complete loss at words. But think about how far we have come, just in general. Where first of all, video editing on the computer wasn't even a thing. All right, I'm old enough to know, 2 tape decks and rolling between VCRs. Through the very early stages of horrid, pain in the butt video editing to cloud-based video editing, right?
Yep.
That is mind-boggling.
Well, and WeVideo, they've been around. You guys know what you're doing, so that's I can vouch for that. So so I want to talk about this right here. Small group collaboration.
Yep.
With the students inside this video. How do you guys handle that? Is it inside a classroom? What's your best case scenario? Just let the kids all work on one device, or can they open up that project in multiple devices simultaneously?
So the cool thing from a teacher perspective is that you have all your kids in one walled garden environment, as I said earlier, and that's privacy protected. So everyone is in there. You can set up a group for your entire class, and then you can give the entire class a project, add everyone to that single creative environment, and then they can log in from multiple devices. If the project is collaborative, they can edit a single timeline together as a team. And this again opens that power of the cloud, the fact that you can be anywhere around the world on any device and you can still access the same content and build on top of what another student built.
Yeah,
I think that's unparalleled and it's pretty unique, I'd say, to that kind of cloud.
It is. That's very, and that gets that whole shared gold thing going on. That's in really working collaboratively, because we know in the market today, especially when these kids get into the entrepreneurial world or they get out into the business world, that's it. It's an open floor concept. We're all working together, and we're preparing them for the 21st century tools that we all talk about. Future ready. Yeah, and this is part of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed as always. So
it's amazing.
You cool?
I'm good. This is, I really am. I'm just like, man, I've got to get my hands on
now
this.
David's gonna. David does a lot of video.
I do. I do.
So he does a lot of
editing,
video. So now he's looking. So I have to say, I see cross braining. Right there.
So we've partnered with cross braining and GoPro.
Yeah.
And it's a natural fit to be able to do those curriculum-based activities with cross braining and GoPro, as well as then do the editing through WeVideo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, they were here earlier. Cross braining. Who was
it was Josh.
It was Josh. Yeah.
Yep.
And Wayne with GoPro.
With GoPro.
And what they're doing is awesome. And we were talking about 45-second videos. We're talking about 45-second elevator pitches. We were talking about, this is really what video editing has come to. This is it.
It's that on-demand market.
It doesn't have to be just 45 seconds.
Sure.
But yeah, that's a great partnership with Crossbranding because it's a perfect fit for what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were in our booth both days. They drove traffic. We drove traffic. We gave a lot of GoPros away. We've had a great last couple days at FETC.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. So that's we like the 45-second elevator pitch.
Yep.
So we think it's a great soundbite opportunity. So we want to give you the opportunity to do it. We asked every interviewee to do that. So
that's the hardest.
But what you didn't see, what you do, what you didn't see, because this is audio online, you didn't see Scott go, yeah, he'll do that.
But it's really interesting. I think I've been thinking about elevator pitches for years, because when we talk about entrepreneurs and we talk about it's not just that, it's about getting your idea to that next person who can take that idea to the next level.
Sure.
So, you step on the elevator and there's your hero and okay, this is my opportunity.
I got
3
floors.
I've got this floor ride
to
get this out to them. And, and that's a really big deal. To me, it's kind of like a booth pitch. When they come by, you've only got about 30 to 45 seconds to hook them. And once you hook them, you can cook them. But, you got to hook them first.
Yeah.
And so that's, I'm going to throw it. I know you do it. You do it all the time when you're at the booth. So here you go, 45-second elevator pitch. Give us a sound bite. Boom.
When it comes to video creation in the cloud, WeVideo is the solution that you need. It is powerful yet intuitive, and it's really accessible for educators. One of the most unique aspects to WeVideo is that it's collaborative. It's also works across any device, and it's privacy protected. So any educator out there should definitely give it a try.